How great is netball? Australia won the Netball World Cup on the 6th of August, and this World Cup has been going on for 60 years, so since 1963, and Australia has won 12 titles in total. So back in June, I and some of my colleagues here in this house and the other house ventured to Ken Rosewall Arena to play netball against the New Zealand parliamentary team. However, in contrast, our training did not appear to make any difference to the final score. But later that day, almost 10,000 people packed the arena to see the New South Wales Swifts versus the Giants play a brilliant, fast, action-packed game of netball. The players were fierce and energetic throughout the 4 quarters of the afternoon, and audience participation was inspiring. What pleased me the most was seeing families, netball teams and young girls all turned out supporting their teams. And during the quarter breaks, the cameras would pan the crowd, looking for audience members who were cheering loudly, dressed in team colours and doing the netball moves and being proud supporters. The hairs on my arms tingled when I saw young fathers with their daughters encouraging them to support their teams, but I know also encouraging them to support the game they love. The third quarter was a bit of a nail-biter as the score tightened. The roar of the crowd grew louder and the pressure mounted on each team member to perform at their best. They did not let us down. We were kept on the edge of our seats to the final seconds of the game. I felt privileged to be an audience participant watching the athletes compete at the top of their game, inspiring the next generation of girls to achieve their sporting achievements. The girls were seeing their idols and then later, I imagine, reliving the experience across netball courts across the nation. What is particularly pleasing about the participation rate is that it has grown steadily over the last 3 years. In fact, just last year, the data from Ausplay reveals that there are over 874,000 women and girls participating in netball across Australia, and that more boys and men are picking up netball as a sport. More than 126,600 men and boys participated last year alone. This is remarkable when you consider just 3 years ago we were in the grips of a pandemic, which, as you know, hindered community sport in so many ways. Netball New South Wales commenced in 1929 from humble beginnings, and now New South Wales alone boasts over 115,000 members playing netball at all levels of performance all across New South Wales, from city to regional New South Wales. Netball is now the 3rd most popular team participation sport in Australia. Would you believe netball participation is overtaking Australian rules? I am sure Active Kids assisted with the popularity of the game. It isn't hard to understand why netball has such a huge following and such a great grassroots participation and supporters when you understand the rules of netball are basically equal opportunity, fair play and respect for an opponent's skill and safety. I have never seen a crossword on the sidelines of a netball court. While those rules at its core, you could say netball is a platform for empowering our young girls. Experience tells us that girls encounter major obstacles and discrimination in their lives, and they experience them early. From netball grew the Confident Girls Foundation, and the data explains that girls are more likely to experience domestic violence, less likely to play sport as they get older, and experience other barriers based on their gender. Netball has the power to change lives and inspire communities. It promotes the empowerment of women and girls through inspirational role models and award-winning development programs. Statistics reveal that over 50% of females stop playing by the time they are 17 years of age. And whilst there are many reasons for this, the main reason being they think they are not good at it. Seeing role models and the popularity of netball will empower young women to keep at it and be the next Liz Ellis. So prior to that recent game, it had been 10 years since I last watched a netball game that I was really excited about, and that was watching my daughter play centre for her school team on countless weekends at the Armidale netball courts. For her, there was no pressure, and she was able to enjoy being with her school friends and playing a sport she adored. I loved the action then, and I loved it on that day, and even more so now when I see how it empowers our young women. Go the Diamonds.